Anything yet? You have audio yet, Jake? You should be hearing music playing. And or my voice. Anything? Tony? Music? Talking? What the heck? Ugh. Damn it, I hated the fact I had to create a second stream. So annoying. What was the vote? Anyone see the vote? What it was before I left? All right, so the vote is so far is American Falls. Live chat. Let me get reset up real quick. I think I fixed it, Rob. If you're hearing music, you can. I fixed it. Let me get the game going. Give me a second. Yay! 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 So, I think one of the settings that I changed when I was recording turned off my voice and audio and game audio and stuff like that. So. Okay. I'm going straight into this. And we are here. I'm gonna close that window. All right, so the vote, I guess, is American Falls. And there's a reason for this. And this is a reason that is very, very important to me. And as you can see, I'm not prepared for this at all. So welcome in. My name is Josh. This is the Gaming Joy channel. And we're gonna do a quick and dirty author intended challenge. So what we're gonna be doing in a few weeks is the author intended challenge. We're gonna be using the heck? I've never seen that before. We're gonna be using Cavalier Roy's new map, Glenleafton. Today we're gonna do American Falls, and because we want to support Lancy, and unfortunately, there's been a lot of flack and craptastic things that have been happening with that. Don't need that. Actually, let's see. Oh, so that's how we're playing it tonight, huh? I'm like seeing which like mods are in this folder and which ones I actually want to use. I guess that's how we're playing it. All right. Perfect. It requires American fermenting cells. Download, yes. Come on. I'll not have to go back and check all that stuff again. Son of a bitch. Yes. Install the actual American fermenting silos because that's more important than my fermenting silos. So remember the stuff I did, I unchecked? Nope. Did it? There's something that I unchecked. Sure, whatever. First G. GPS. That. Start. Alright, so unfortunately, this map was pulled from ModHub. And thankfully, I got it from a really good friend of the channel, Tony. Sent it to me earlier tonight because he actually downloaded it before it was pulled. And it was pulled for actually a really, really crappy reason. And that reason has actually happened before. And it's really a big bummer, and it's a big bummer to me as a modder and map editor, I guess you could call me myself. But there's a little bit of, how do we say this? Kind of toxicity.
I found this on the web.
And shut up. In certain parts of the community. With, why is that not there? Why are you not giving me my dashboard? There we go. All right. So we're going to play the game the way Lancey wanted us to play it. This is American Falls. And from, I have actually, this is my first time stepping onto the map. I don't know anything. I don't know where we're going. Hey, Mighty Mike. We're just gonna kind of tour around the map and, I don't know, sort of play it the way Lancey would have wanted us to play it. And let's look and see what we have for fields. Oh my goodness. Farmland. I think what we said was they own the stores and whatnot. But I could sell. What's that? Where do we want to start? Where's the, does anyone know where the farm is? Here. Where's the farm? Like, where's the main farm? Because you don't start off with a farm, you start off with nothing. And so where's the main farm? Somebody help me. I think this is the main farm right here, right? I'm gonna guess those are lots of Lancey's sheds and a silo and not a field. Let's turn on the HUD so I can see what the field is. Is this actually poplar? It's poplar. Not happening. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I didn't download it either. This is actually, thank you, Tony, for sending this over to me like literally 5 minutes before I failed to start the stream. And here is the map. The farm that I want to play. Where am I? I'm right here. Water tank, small fermenting silo. Farmland. 56, $293,000. I'm going to play it the way I would approach it. This is animal dealer and a grain sell points. We're not doing that. This is, what's this crop? Sugar beets? Really? Oilseed radish? Why would you put oilseed radish on? What's this? Sorghum? So what I'm going to do, and this is the way I'm going to do it, and that is what it is. I hope that I don't run into problems by selling this, but I'm selling it. I'm going to buy that. And then I'm going to do some mowing, and I want to do some mowing with the equipment that I have. Let me make sure I have the equipment that I want. That's not the equipment I want. It's good enough. Oh, that's weird. I bought the farm and it got harvested already. That's boring. Let's buy this. We're gonna buy this one. This one's ready to harvest. And we're gonna go from there. I now have 145K. All right, let's go back to our starting position and stop flying around. Boom. Oops. And we're going to sell this truck because we don't need a truck right now. And we are going to we're going to drive over to our farm. So I don't know if that's exactly what Lancey intended us to do, to sell the production area just so we could be able to buy a farm. But in all honesty, that's kind of what we're doing. And we're going to need a couple things. This is our farm now, which means we need to turn off this. Really? Wow, that's interesting. Cool. I've never seen the gates open separately. I'm sure there's a good reason for that. All right, and this is our sheep farm, and we want some money to play with. So we're gonna do what any farmer would do and take out a loan. And go from there. So the problem was, and what happened was with this map, and this is like if you've been hiding in a closet and you don't know, basically this map was released. People started down. Oh, I can get more than that. That's fine. People started downloading it, and then people started complaining. And when they complained, they can't change that. Oh, you know what? I bet that's for the cow barn. Yep. And we're going to set this up so we can actually do something today. So this, we're just putting it to grass. Perfect. So what happened was that the map got released and then people started touring it and driving around it and, in all honesty, complaining about it. And not just complaining like in general, like, hey, I don't like this, or hey, you know, this thing is broken in this place, or anything like that. No, people were reaching out direct, supposedly. I don't know, obviously I'm not directly there, but people were reaching out directly to with Lancyboi over chat or like over DMs and yelling at him and complaining and whining and calling him names from what I've heard. And it's that kind of negativity that I think is really, really hard and destructive against the community. And it's obviously not everyone, it's obviously just a few people. What are we doing? Cleaner or twin screw? What's the vote? Cleaner or twin screw? What do you guys think? Cleaner or twin screw? I don't care. Yeah, DMing people is totally over the line. And so, I mean, if you don't like a map, don't freaking play it. Like, seriously, it's not that hard. Just don't play it. No big deal. Here, I'll get the header. DM or twin, cleaner or twin screw. Like, it's not, just don't play it. No big deal. 11, 12. Customize. Yes. Cleaner. I don't know which cleaner this is, so to be fair, I don't know. This is one I got off of King Mods, I think. What? 12. Holy crap. Green tank. Big. Sure. Oh, and then let's... Do we have space? We should have space. Let's get a truck. Because why not? Oh my gosh, that's so yellow. I've changed everything to black. Rim color. Go here. That should be fine. Wheels. Oh, those are actual wheels. Oh, that's different. I don't see that very often. Hi. Sure. And then bed medium. Where's the blue satin? There it is. Bye. Yes. I had this exact same set. Okay, I ran out of space. I think it showed up at the store. Yeah, mustard truck, exactly. And I just think that so back to the Lancyboi thing, I personally disagree with that. And I think that kind of toxicity is detrimental to the community in more than one way. In the first way, it's detrimental to the people who are doing this. So myself included, like Lancyboi, we make mods and do modding and whatever as for fun in our free time, as like a passion project, what have you. We do it because we want to, because we think that's not going to work, is it? Maybe this will work. My header's stuck already. Because we want to do it because we love the game. We want to provide for the game. We want to provide for the players. We want to build things for the players to use and enjoy. We're not doing it for money. We're not doing it for anything else. And I think that, you know, if you take something like that, you said, oh, this person's doing it for free. But I think it's a good idea to go out and just yell at that person. Like, that's just, yeah. And FS Dave, 100%. I'll complain about stuff for Giants all the time. I'm not a Giants partner, so I don't have to worry about that side of things. Does anyone know where the entrance to this field is? Because I don't know where it is. And I'm running into traffic problems. Speaking of traffic problems, I don't have time to deal with traffic. Crop obstruction off. Traffic off. Real time. Yeah, see, this is not going to work. That's fine. I'm just going to jump the fence. Sorry. I really don't have time for this. Lost my chat. Yeah, exactly, FS Dave. Mods are a gift. They're a gift from the modders to the community. They're not something you can expect. They're not something you can claim. They're not something you can say, I deserve this, or I deserve this mod to be done this way, or anything like that. You have no rights. And if you don't like it, fair, fine. If you don't like it, then don't like it. There's no one saying that, oh look, are those floating something? Those look like floating horses and the deer in the middle of that field. Awesome. If you don't like it, then don't like it. That's fine. That's your opinion. But your opinion should stay with you. It shouldn't ever get to a point where you're taking your opinion and your poison and taking that back to the modder themselves and then causing them grief just because you don't like something, right? If you don't like it, you have two choices, as Dave says. Either learn how to mod yourself or move on. You don't like it, fix it. I do that all the time. If I see something wrong on a map, I'll fix it. If I played this map for a long time, I'd probably go in and fix a few things that I just didn't like. I wouldn't complain to Lancyboi. As a matter of fact, I'd do the opposite. I'd say, hey, I found this bug. I fixed it for you. Here's a copy of the fix. Feel free to include it. You don't need to credit me. That's what I would do. Because I know what it's like, and I know how it's like on his side, and I know what it's like to spend the time to make something and have everyone crap on you. I'd be like, no, I'll fix it. I've already actually reached out to Lancyboi, and I know that he's considering or has quit. I've already offered, hey, I'll fix everything and get it released for you if you want someone to do it for you. I've already offered. I'm happy to do it. I'll drop everything I'm working on and do that for him, right? I'm not going to gain anything from it other than the community would gain by actually still getting this beautiful map that he's made. I mean, one thing no one's mentioned so far that I noticed right away, check out the background, right? The mountains in the background, those are new. I've never seen those in any other map. Like maybe this little mountain right here is from Erlengratt, but the snow-capped mountains everywhere else, oh, that has, that power pole has collisions on it. Nice. I've never seen those anywhere else. That's new. That's cool. Lots of floating deer. That's a Giants problem, not a Lancy problem. Exactly, Jake. If the modders have kept the guy alive, honestly, for most people, if you asked, you know, 100 people in the FS community how much they've liked the stuff coming out of Giants lately, or are they actually still playing Silver Run, right? Probably not. Like no one's still playing it. It's past its not prime, but it was built as like a one-hit wonder. It wasn't built as something that's gonna stay. It was built to be played once and then move on. Look at the way the productions were set up, right? The factories, you can't build a roller coaster more than once. You build 2 or 3 boats and you're like, okay, that was fun, now what? Like it wasn't meant to be played over and over. And I don't know what the uproar was. And I don't know, Dave, you're right. I don't understand what the uproar was. I think it's a great map. There is, from what I've seen from like, I watched Farmer Klein's review video earlier today. There was an issue with the store where there's not that much room to spawn stuff. And in all honesty, there's a fence around the store. And if you remove that fence, there'd be more room to spawn stuff. Or if you use the lot next to the store to spawn stuff, then there's more room to spawn stuff. Like, you know, it's little oversights like that that make things confusing, right? But that's not a bug. That's not like game breaking. That's just like, okay, let's tweak something and make it better. I mean, I don't think there's been any maps that I know of that have released and been 100% error-free. I don't think so. Not even Giants maps, not even Elm Creek, not even the stuff that came with the game. Those have all had updates. Right? But the thing is that Clancy is not alone here. And that's the part that's sad. And that's the part that hurts me, is he's not alone. And what I mean by that is he's not alone in getting flack. Right? Exactly. Use store delivery or move on. Right. He's not alone in getting flack. Poor Boy went through the exact same thing 3 months ago when he went through Rogue River Valley. And I reached out to Poor Boy personally. I'd never talked to him before. And I'm like, dude, the community is crazy. I don't know what's going on. If you need any help, let me know. I'll help. Don't forget, we all love what you do, and you know, don't quit. And then the same thing happened with Oxy's map. Court Farms released. Everyone's been anticipating and waiting for it. But then you get a bunch of haters who are like, well, I can't have ducks, or I want maize plus, and I want grazing, and I want this, and I want that. And you didn't think ahead for all of the other mods that I want to use. So you need to fix your map so that I can use those mods. Like, what? Come on. Seriously? Like, you expect a map maker to anticipate every mod that you're gonna use and make sure that they incorporate features from those other mods and support that other mod inside your map? Like, that's crazy. And Oxyjave is still getting crap about it. Yet he's fighting not just the modding community right now, he's fighting Giants to try to get all of the features that he wants in his vision of Court Farms released to consoles. And I'm sure that he's probably going through hell trying to get all that to happen. And that, like, as a modder, you kind of understand that part of what you're gonna have to do is not really fight giants, but you're gonna have to try to do things to get around, to work within giants' guidelines, right? That's part of it. 1 second. That's part of modding, and that's part of, you know, I didn't like that tree, so I just took it out. No big deal, right? I'm not gonna go write Lancey a strongly worded letter saying how much I hated that tree and that he should remove that tree, damn it, because it was in my way and I hate him. And like, come on. Like, that's what people are, that's the kind of things that people are doing. And Tony is 100% right. Let's say for the store, let's say the store is, or the new farmer mode, right? People are probably in uproar about the way new farmer works, that you start with nothing and you're expected to either do what I did, which is take out a loan or sell some of the property you were given to be able to choose which farm you want to buy it. People are probably in uproar about that. Why don't you have actual property for new farmer mode? That's his choice. As a map maker, he chose to build the map that way. This field is like netting not very good output. It's like, I'm only 39% and I'm like over halfway done with this field. That's kind of crappy output. Maybe it was his choice. Maybe he chose to have the store the way it is because he thinks that that small, tight store is going to make you think about doing things or how much stuff to buy. Maybe he wants you to use something like store deliveries, and if you're doing a contract, to set the contract next to the field and do that. Like, why not? What other crops came with this map? I want to do one of the other new crops. Sorry, distracted. There was a couple other new crops, right? Flax. Let's do flax. Flax reminds me of like a 284. That looks like a good field for flax. Can I borrow that much money? Let's find out. 287. Is that enough? I borrowed as much as it'll let me. Farmland. Yes. Oh, wait, do I have enough for the other stuff? No, I don't. I need a baler too. Let's maybe buy this. Maybe that was his choice. And that's the thing to remember, right? And when I started this stream, I was talking about the author intended challenge. Okay? And that's like my own challenge. I like doing challenges. I think challenges are fun. They're a fun, like, structured way of playing the game. My own challenge, which you guys have seen, and I can probably do, there's a command for it. Where is it? Is this it? Is that it? Hey, that worked. Ah, look at me. Stream elements helped. So the author intended challenge is to play a map the way the author intended it. So that's kind of what we're doing today. We're playing the map the way, I guess, Lancyboi intended us to do it. Choose your own farm, which I chose kind of willy-nilly out of nowhere. I didn't actually tour the map at all. Sell stuff, buy stuff, take out loans, and be able to start farming. I didn't complain about it. I just did it. Like, why is that so hard? right? Anyways, that's why we're here on this map instead of Calmson. As much as I want to finish Calmson up so I can start my own author-intended challenge, that's why we're here. Let's go here and hire this guy. I don't know what he's going to do. Actually, no, I'm not going to hire the guy. I'm going to finish this myself. I was thinking of hiring a worker, but yeah, they're not going to go across the field boundaries like that. They're not going to like these kind of in-between areas. Let's look, while we're doing this, let's look at our animals, because we have animals. We have a cow barn. So we need stuff for hay and straw and silage. And we have a production facility. Let's look at it. We don't have a production facility. Oh, I think I remember seeing this from the review. Even though I bought the farm, I still have to buy the fermenting silo. Okay. That's different. I've actually never seen it done that way. And I think that's probably closer to the way you do it in real life, right? Like, if you get a newest fermenting silo installed on your farm, you're gonna have to pay for someone to install it, right? Sounds right. Yeah, only when you don't want them to. Exactly, Joe. Only when you don't want them to. When you want them to, they won't. And then when you don't want them to, they will. I found this gleaner over on King Mods, and I do know that Sid Modding is also working on, I think, the same model. This is the 40th edition S98 Super Series. I made my own version of this harvester for another playthrough where I converted it to electric just for the fun of doing that. It's pretty cool. It looks just like this. That's why it was in this folder, I think. The worker plowed the wrong field of freshly planted wheat. How'd that happen before? Oh, let's reset while we're thinking about it. The store is... Remember, where's the store on this map? Spinnery, farmhouse. Here's the store. I gotta find the bed for that truck. Remember, we bought the truck with a bed? And I think I got the bed, didn't I? No, I didn't get the bed. I have to buy the bed. Where is it? Here. We're going with... I don't know what these colors are. Green bed, flat bed, flat bed, green bed. Okay. Done. Now it should show up. Yep. Yep. Yeah, extension. Oh, I turned too soon. I was trying to get around that tree. I feel like the layout of these farms is actually kind of cool. Or like the fields. It feels super like actual realistic. I'm surprised that there isn't ditches, honestly. Kind of like UMRV, where there's ditches in between the field boundaries, right? I'm a little bit surprised he didn't do that. That would feel pretty legit to me. Get this little bit. Now I'm trying to make it in between these trees. I think I can do it. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. And hire worker. Tab. Perfect. This truck is so fun. I wish there was more stuff that was standardized on this AR frame. Just because, yeah, the AR frame is cool. Except when it like glitches like that. Yeah. Thanks, Kagarino. You're not the only streamer. My problem is I keep switching between streaming and recording, and they're two different setups, and I keep like turning off stuff that I don't remember that I need for one setup for the other setup. What the heck just happened? Oh my gosh, there's a fence hiding in this bush. Remember, swing wide around the bush. So many awesome mods, that's right. Oh look, the deer are not floating anymore. That's handy. Yeah, so I'm using, so that one, so let's highlight our modders. I don't know who the modder is for this. I don't think I have the extension that shows the modder's name, but this is the USA Farm Trucks pack, which comes with the C70, and I think there's another truck that goes along with it, which works with the same pack. I think I have it in here, let me check. Trucks, no. Another really cool pack is this one, the D754 pack, which is this cool little off-road pack, and it has a bunch of the same kind of bed options. But we're doing the American one tonight. I gotta empty this guy out before he has a conniption fit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There's not even a row of shame. There isn't even a row of shame. Look at that. That's like exactly the width of the header. See, that's magical right there. Quite magical. I wonder if this, oh my gosh, so this whole field, right? Wait, stop, you're done. Where are you going? Where are you going? Stop! Stop! Stop, dude. You're done. You're empty. Did you see how close that was? Oh my goodness. Just a corner of shame. You're right. Thank you, Kegarina, for reminding me. I forgot about it. This is a corner of worker shame. That's what I'm going to call this. This is the corner of worker shame. Because the worker couldn't start all the way at the back. All right, so we're gonna go park this guy over here where the exit is instead of where I threw it over the fence. And then we're gonna go drive around, see if we can sell that weed or corn or whatever it is. And then we'll test out this cow barn. We'll start getting some cows and some straw and all kind of stuff. How did you not know I had a channel? I don't know. You should see my big old list of live videos. And I'm doing a really awesome Let's Play on Middleburg, which is super fun. So, right, this one field, we bought this field, and then we bought a truck. And we bought a truck to empty out the tractor. And now that the tractor is, the harvester's empty, the truck is 97% full. So this is oats. Let's see where we sell oats. Oats. Time saving stock check. It doesn't realize that I have it in the truck. That's kind of weird. It's okay, we're not keeping it. Oat. Anything here, which is closest. Where's that one that I just deleted, actually? Let's check and see if we could still use it. Where are we? Here. Bale selling station. American Crop selling station. That's the one we sold the property for, to be able to buy our farm. So let's see. That harvester is looking pretty sweet. It's not the Sid modding one. So if you guys are looking for the Sid modding one, it's not there. That's not it. I got that one off King Mods a little while ago. And I don't know who made it. I don't remember. I usually remember, but it's been so long. And I was very, very much not prepared to be on this map tonight. Tony actually sent it. The engine sounds for this truck are actually really good. Tony sent this map to me at like 5:55. Like, that's how prepared I was for this map. That and that. The only downside with this truck is it only has a grain door. Like, there's no other way. Like, is it U? Oh, it's U, right? Shift U. There's no, all it's got is a grain door. Oh, you heard that was ripped? All right. If you heard it was ripped, then it's gone. I hate when that happens. I'll use a harvester. Get away. We'll lose some money. That's okay. We do still need a harvester, so I'll use one that I know for a fact wasn't ripped. Gotta have the oversized sign. Because let's lease. Thank you for sharing the links, Joe. I know I didn't ask you to do that, but thank you very much for doing that. That's super helpful. All right, so we got rid of that ripped harvester. I'm sorry that it got ripped. I can't wait for SIDS to come out. I do love the gleaners. I don't have Pleasant View Farms gleaner in here because this was meant to be a more modern 90s-ish era series. That's what this folder is set up for. More of an American style series. So I figured it's a good idea for the American style map. Yes, Kegarino, I did talk about the news on the map. And unfortunately this map's been removed from ModHub, and Lanceyboi's Facebook has been deleted, and his Discord group has been removed essentially. It's no longer, which is super, super unfortunate. All right. All right, what do we want to do? We're going to buy that field. If sugar beets, we're going to do something else. I don't want sugar beets. Buy, yes. And we're putting flax in it, because we want to see the new crops. Set field, flax. Oops. Beautiful. We can harvest some flax in a minute. He updated his gleaner. That's awesome, Jake. I can't wait to see it. Do you know how he updated his gleaner? In other words, what did he update on it? I'm curious, actually, because... Hold on, I need a header trailer. How do we get header trailer? This thing is how big? Does it even say? 12 meters. I need a header trailer. I'm not good at buying header trailers. And no, I'm not buying the one that came with it, because it's... Does anyone know how to size these things? I'm just gonna go that. Sure. Looks about right. Buy. Yes. My favorite part about this harvester, honestly, is the oversized sticker. Like, duh. Of course it's oversized. It's a freaking tank. All right, we're going over here to get our honeybee header that we should have used in the beginning. Oh, I almost broke the header trailer. All right, let's see if I can do this legit. Can I do it without super strength? That is the question. That's funny. FS Dave, that you think that this looks more like Texas than the Texas map? Oh, it's the wrong size. I bought the wrong size header trailer. That stinks. I bought the wrong size header trailer, sorry. Because it doesn't say, like, it says, hey, this supports headers up to 30 feet. Like, freaking tell me. 45. 45 should be long enough, right? Okay, why are the numbers in feet, but the game's numbers are in meters? 40 feet is how many meters? Who knows? 45? I'll do the 45 just to be safe. It looks gigantic. 40? Let's try this one. Please tell me this is going to be big enough. Oh, I think I got it. Snap. I don't even know if the honeybee headers will work on regular header trailers, or you have to use their silly header trailer thing. Oh, it looks like it's working fine. Wow, look at me using a header trailer. Yeah, 13-inch meters. Yeah, so the header is 12.2 meters, and the header trailer is a 45 or 40. I don't remember which. Look, there's 2 roads leading into the farm. That's interesting. Well, see, there you go. There you go. Kegarino with the maths. Thank you, sir. All right, we're gonna leave this here. I love how it just turns around on itself. You know what's crazy? This thing is in the game. Did you know that in real life, they only ever made one of this harvester? Only one. They only ever made one. It was such a novel idea, and it was like a demo unit, but they only ever made one. Okay. Let's go check the fermenting silo, because we're going to need to ferment some grains. Or ferment some stuff. It's already working. I didn't even buy it yet. Okay, now I have a fermenting silo. What does the fermenting silo take? See if I can do this quick enough. Chaff, no. Hay, no. Grass, no. Okay, we're gonna have to do grass silage. 18,000 a month. That's a lot. Actually, I own all this. Why am I trying to get inside the lines? Oh, look, the outside border is not mowable. Huh. Huh. That's a bummer. So, the reason the outside part isn't mowable is because whatever was used to paint along the side of the road is not in the game as meadow or grass. But a lot of times, if it's not the harvest ready length, it'll not mow. But once you mow it once, it'll actually grow and it'll mow the next time. So if you ever see on any map, this is my little teaching moment of the day. If you ever see this happen on any map, right? Yet the texture of that crop is similar to the meadow texture. It's probably just one growth stage before fully grown. But the way the game treats that is it won't let you mow it. You won't get anything from mow it the first time. But after you mow it, after that, it will then produce grass. So the downside is it looks like Lancyboi set up his maps using that grass texture, but it's not really mowable. See, there's nothing coming out that side of the mower, or not much coming out that side of the mower. So there's a good chance that that's what he did. He painted with not fully grown. We can actually test it. Here you go. Let's test it. This one, this one, this one, this one. So this is meadow. And if we look at meadow, when meadow's fully grown, it looks almost the same, except it has weeds in it. So he painted with another version of this that looks similar, but not the same, around his farms. So it may or may not grow back. It should. That's one of the places you can see that a lot is, I know a lot of people liked Bourne Heath. I don't know what that was doing there. Bourne Heath was done by Rambo. No, gosh, what's his name? I helped test the map. I don't remember his name right now. But I helped test it, and there's a couple of the farms that were painted with that less than fully grown, just to make it look like freshly cut lawn, which is a really cool idea. But the downside is that it meant that it wasn't mowable. So but you mow it once and then it would grow back as meadow. So that should grow back as meadow if we, even though we probably won't, considering time left is 45 minutes, we probably won't get that far. But yeah, that's the story. Scientist of Farm Sim. Thanks, Joe. I just like grass. Honestly. Mowing is one of my favorite things to do in this game. I probably have more modded mowers on my game save, on my folders, than anything else. And many of them, like this one, I couldn't leave well enough alone. And so I had to just change it slightly. I didn't actually change the models. All I did was make it colorable. This is the HX20, the standard one that everyone uses. I just made it so it can be black. Oh, by the way, poor boy, if you decide that you ever want a custom grass texture for any of your maps, other than the standard base game puke grass like this, you let me know. I'll make you a one-off custom grass texture for your maps. But yeah, mowing is satisfying for me. I don't know why. I just like it. Probably because it's as close to reality, I think, as like most of us will get who aren't into farming at all. Like, I used to mow my parents' yard, and my sister has a farm, and she has one of these mowers. It's very similar to this one that I've used towing behind a tractor. It's super fun. I've done this, exactly what I'm doing right here. Except I think I was in a different tractor. What was I in? I was in a Kubota. I believe I was in a Kubota at the time, and the mower on the back was not black. It was orange or yellow. But they let me mow like their huge field with this tractor mower, and I'd never driven a tractor before in my life, so they had to like teach me how to drive the tractor just so I could mow. And then the next day they let me drive they had a smaller, like a zero turn mower, and they let me drive the zero turn too, which is just as fun. Right? Swathers are the best. I actually have swathing on here, and I would bet that, no, I don't think it will. I mean, we could test it some other time, maybe. I wonder if the swathing pack would work on this map, because it's not necessarily set up for the swathing pack, and it needs to be for flax swathing to work. While we're doing this, we need a windrower, and let's just get a hit the end of the thing before I find it. Can I find it well before I get to the other end of the field? What I want. This. It's easy enough. Buy this. Would Joss. Which one, Tony? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm wondering if the swathing pack. So the swathing pack on this game save would work, and we can test it if you want, but I don't think it would work for flax, because like I don't think I have the pickup header pack, and I know that Edgewater has flax set up that way, but there's an extra little bit to set up for flax in the... Oh, it does have swathing already? Even for flax? Yes, this is American Falls. But we don't have enough money to buy a swather. Oh, this is actually a really nice tractor. This is the 8930 Ford 8630. I believe this is Mark Thor's edit of this tractor. We can always test it if you want. Oh, you did? I didn't know that, poor boy. All right, let me finish mowing and then we'll, we do have that flax field, so we'll test. It's all good, Kegarino. We all need to take breaks sometime. You just let us know how we can help you when you come back. The Compson from the title? Yeah, it does. I'm really sorry. I didn't change the title yet, or the thumbnail or anything. I'll go back and change those later. Come on, go. It was kind of a last minute decision to change the map. Sorry about that, Optimus. We did want to... our stripy field, you guys helped me decide and plant. That striped field is ready and needs to be harvested. All right, you think this swathing is going to work? That's fine. We still need our harvester anyways for swathing. You're not here for either of those two maps. You don't like either? That's okay. Well, thanks for being here anyway, Optimus. Considering you don't like either of the two maps that we're playing. There's no collisions on these posts. These posts don't have collisions. Note to self. All right. Have you seen Castelnod? Castelno? Castelnod is like the very English way of saying it. Castelno would be the French way of saying it, I believe. Correct. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Where's the swather? Here it is. Swather. Sure. That one's the one I like. No. Lease? Yes. If we want to be able to afford the other stuff, we need to lease it. And that's fine. Lease. Yes. And then the Macdon pickup header. And I'm gonna go with that. I don't know if that's right, but I'm gonna go with it. All right, so where did those go? I think it's still over here. Damn it. Of course it went to the wrong field. After all this work we did to get this header and harvester over here. I do actually, I've been playing on that map past couple days. I'm gonna do a little kind of, I want to do like a, I want to say not a let's play, but a like a kind of role play thing there. I've never done a role play thing, but I had a really good idea for role playing on that map that I think I'm all set up for. But yes, you're right. It is super tight, especially if you're in town. If you're in town, it's crazy tight in town. All right. Now the trick is going to be getting there with this size header down the road. Oh, I forgot. There's a fence post buried in that bush. At least there's no one on the road. The speed limit signs have collisions. It's good to know. Yeah, totally. All right, so Poor Boy says this is set up for swathing. We're gonna test that theory and make sure that it works. The way the swathers turn always kind of gets me. All right, here we go. Oh, that looks ready. That looks correct. And it's also not mowing the grass because... Yeah, that looks like the, not the flax straw, but the flax straw with a thing. That'd be funny, Tony. I actually think that if they did a course play route for Castelnau, that they would probably not go through the town except for like that main like drag. But like dropping off at like the, what is it? It's like a dairy or a pizzeria or something like that in town. Can't imagine the auto drive route for that. I like, even though how the fields are kind of, they're not perfectly squared off. That's fine. There is enough room on the outside of most fields to turn around like that. That's handy. I wonder what a worker would do in this field. Here, I'll do a headland and then see what the worker does. So I bet a worker we'd go crazy. NF Marsh? Yeah. I played that one for a little bit. That's a big map. I don't think I've ever played with fields like this, except for like on like UMRV. So I'm not really sure how I want to approach them. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm even approaching them the right way, or if there is a right way. I think there are times like right there where you're happy that the thing is a twitchy steering, so you can make it go around corners like that, right? You're going to be editing videos for someone's FS channel? That's awesome. That's very exciting news. If you find you have free time, I'll hire you to edit videos for my channel too. I have so much content recorded that just needs to be edited that it bothers me. The productions keep multiplying. Mm-hmm. I do like a map that has like a lot of productions. Watching a lot of map tours lately, and I think one of the things that we've kind of come to accept, or maybe accept's not the right word, maybe kind of expect, is as a community we've kind of come to expect productions, right? So I would expect, or I guess I would hope, that a map like this would include at least one production that uses flax, or the flax straw. Like, that's what I would hope. And I don't think we're there yet from a like a map making perspective. But I think we're close. Where maps will have those features kind of, I guess, as you expect. But I think we're getting there, and I think that that's maybe one of the things that people were complaining about for this map. I don't know. I wasn't one of the people complaining. But that we kind of expect, if a map has custom crops, let's say custom low, like for example, like that map came with like nuts and chestnuts and another kind of chestnut and maybe walnuts. I forget. Bunch of nuts. But then nothing to do with the nuts. Oh, is there? See, I don't know. I haven't toured the map very much. And so if it is, 100% awesome. Great job, Lancy, for actually thinking about that. But the Castle No map's another example. Like, there's one production that uses the nuts, but there's also a couple of things that are listed as they will be productions, and there's just nothing to do for them yet. And so I guess I would hope that the maps are updated to have full production support for all of the things. Just because I think that, you know, as a community, we've kind of come to expect that. That's part of what FS22 brought us over FS19 is productions and all the fun things you can do, and we kind of want more stuff to do. You have to buy a piece of property to do that stuff? Okay. I didn't buy everything yet, so I've been playing on the map for probably about 10-15 hours into it. But I haven't bought anything yet. What are you doing? Here. And higher. So the big benefit of the dropping on one side is that when the worker turns around and comes back, it'll be two things together, and they're just, and the swathing header that we're going to get is just big enough to get both. Right, so let's go pick up the swathing header real quick so we can start swathing this. Oversize. But then again, good on Castle No for actually including the extra productions. And if you have to buy an extra piece of property, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I can't wait to find that property when I start playing the map. I also have another mod to release if I can find it. If I can find the person who originally wrote the mod that I slightly edited. I need to find somebody and ask them for permission to release another mod. It has nothing to do for anyone except for me. Unfold the harvester. It's unfolded. Oh. Okay. Thank you. And green. Look at that. We're getting our flax. We have our swath. And then if you look right there, Kegarino, before you leave, right? See those two swaths that are right next to each other? Created by a worker? Yeah, that's this pickup header is just barely wide enough to pick up both of those at once. Yes, Joe, he knows everyone. I need to find Der Schneider. If anyone knows who Der Schneider is or how to contact him, supposedly he used to work for Giants. Why he doesn't still work for Giants, I actually don't want to know. But I do want to find out who he is. Actually, one of the first script mods ever released for FS22 is the one I'm asking about. It's the Collect Straw at Missions mod. It was quite literally one of the first script mods released for FS22. It was released by someone who actually used to work for Giants. And I made a companion mod for it for collecting rocks. And I have now made one for collecting grass. But I need to have his authorization to release it. So I want to see if I can find him. But Night Keg, I'll reach out to you about the editing thing. I would love to have you edit my videos. I love your editing style. But yeah, we'll talk. If you know how to get to the hold of him, Tony, I would be supremely grateful. One of the first mods that I ever submitted to Giants was that collect rocks at missions. and it's still sitting in my queue almost a year later, and it says it has like a status of like legal issues or something silly like that, because it was obvious that I used his code to write mine. Yeah. But I have an update to the collect straw emissions mod that actually fixes it, so everyone uses that mod, right? One of the things it doesn't allow you to do is you can't windrow. You can't use and you can't use a forage pickup header. Both very key things to use. Oh, the worker gave up. But I have an update to it that fixes that and adds those two features. And then the other one that I made was for grass contracts. As I said earlier, I like using grass. I like all the grass mechanics in the game. And one of the things you can do with grass is you can have grass cutting contracts. And for the hay contracts, they make you bale up the hay and then deliver bales. But did you know that they're actually not expecting bales? They're just expecting hay? Just didn't know that. So you don't even have to technically bale it up. You can just deliver it. But to do that, you'd need to be able to use a forage wagon or a pickup header or something along those lines. You're about to start tillage on Farming USA. I don't know. Is Farming USA fun? I mean, you could do it when you have more energy. That might be smart. Yeah, all it does is count stuff in liters. So the game actually doesn't care whether you deliver it in bulk or deliver it in bales. And bales are obviously a little bit easier to handle and manipulate. But if you were to have, let's say you had something like a global goods transport pallet, thank you 82 Studios, or an Unreal sized forage pickup wagon that lets you pick up, let's say, you know, 100,000 liters or whatever. Wouldn't it just be easier to pick up the hay and just deliver it without having to go through the process of bales and bale wagons and bale wrapping or baling it and then picking up the bales and then transporting the bales? Wouldn't it just be easier to pick it up with a forage wagon? To me, that seems like an easier way of doing it. So I made that happen. I'm actually super glad that flax was added to this and it's swathable. That's super awesome. Good job to Lancyboi. Thank you very much for doing that. Because the swather moves way faster than this harvester. Yep. Miss Cat's forage wagon, or maybe the Papa Smurf one that Tony loves to use, or maybe the Omatana forage wagon, the TARDIS XL. Some great modders with some great forage wagon stuff, and then you could do hay contracts and just cut it TED it, pick it up, done. We won at least 1 or 2 less steps. So yeah, I made a mod for that. I hope so. I don't think FS Dave, I don't think I'm one of those more experienced players, but I hope he is watching some people play this map, and I hope he is watching and seeing the appreciation people are getting for what he built. People are seeing or loving his map for what it is. I think that too many players now expect a lot more than they justifiably should be expecting. What I mean by that is that, you know, we expect everything, and I was talking about it earlier. We expect productions, we expect all these things, and do we really have a right to? I mean, it would be nice, sure, but how many of us actually sit down and play the map the way the author wanted us to play it? Right? I don't think too many. Everyone's like, well, the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of all the buildings and I want to put my own buildings down. Well, that's like a slap in the face to someone like Lancyboi, right? He made all these buildings, painstakingly made every single one of them. Right? And you're going to say, I don't want to use your buildings because my building pack is better? Oh, very, very good, Tony. Very good point. Wanting and expecting are different, 100%. I might want something and hope that it's there, but I'm not going to expect it. I want there to be lots of productions because I want stuff to do. But I'm not going to expect the modder to appease me because of the way I like to play. I'm going to... I'll want it. And I'm not going to get angry when it's not there. I'll either find a way to do something else, or I'll find another map to play. Like, that's where the difference lies. And I think that's where what some people don't get. And I think it's sad, right? And I think the biggest takeaway we have right now is that it's sad. Because this map is no longer available. If you don't have it already, you're not gonna have it. Because it's gone. And it's on scraper sites, sure. But it's not on the official ModHub. So it's not going to get any ratings. It's not going to get the trivial pennies that Giants pays out to modders for their creations. You know, it's not going to get any of that. And the negative part of the community is the reason for that. And that negativity and that attitude means that it's gone. So who's losing out now? You know, all those people who are complaining about the map? Well, guess what? You're not going to get any updates. You're not going to get any changes that you were hoping would make it into an update. You're not going to get anything fixed. Because it's gone. You know, who loses then? The people who lose are people like me or anyone else who didn't get to download it from the official source and rate the mod right away. You know, the naysayers are the ones who got to rate it right away. I couldn't do it because I was working. I had to get this from, you know, sent to me by a friend because it's gone. And then we also, because of that, from what I've heard, and this is what's posted on Lancy's Facebook page, so it's relatively public knowledge is that, not Facebook, on his Discord, is that he's decided to take a potentially permanent break from farm sim. So no more Lancyboi buildings, no more Lancyboi maps, no more support for the maps that are out. It's gone. We've lost yet another person in the community, right? And that's the biggest suck of all of it. And that kind of, you know, I'm just keep saying it over and over, but that's, as a modder, that hurts to know that there's enough negativity in the community to cause something like that. I'm not gonna be able to get both of these together. And I don't know what I'd do if I got that same kind of negativity for one of my mods. I don't know what I'd do. I might respond similarly. Don't know. Yeah, FS Dave says, I hate it when those people win. I posted that on Lancey's page today, and I sent that to him directly. Is that by giving up, those people have won, and their attitude has won, and we're all the losers because of it. Like, we lost a lot because someone else with a negative attitude won. and that sucks. Tony is volunteering. He's volunteering to be the complaint taker. To be intake for Tony, for the next map maker who's having problems. Tony's gonna take the all the complaints, field the responses, and only send the positivity to the map maker. Good on you, Tony. Good call, buddy. Did I line it up right? I'm having a hard time getting both of these swaths consistently in the pickup header. I feel like the pickup header needs like an extra, I don't know, an extra half an inch or something. Hey Rusty. Yeah, this is not Comston, sorry. I didn't get a chance to update the title yet. The swather gave up, but it's too late to care. Tony, I laugh because I know you would. And I know a lot of those people complaining would get a severe lashing out and talking to. So good job. Let's get that swather kicked back off. The only thing on this swather pack that I think could be a little bit better, just for an improvement, is this. Poop. Like the lowering animation, it's just so fast. It's just like, okay, plop. And when it comes back up, it's just like comes up super fast too. It's just a little excessive. I don't think these two are gonna be good. No, I'm not gonna get both of these. I have to be side by side. Hey Rusty, welcome in. I wanted to play American Falls a little bit. I never got the chance to download it. Tony sent it to me nicely because he had tested it on his mod time, and I wanted a chance to see it and play it for myself. I think it's a beautiful map. There's some things that I would probably change or fix if I was playing it long term. It's a bummer that the painted grass, you can't mow it. Like that's a downside for me. One of my favorite things to do is to see flying deer 30 feet above the air, above my harvester. No, one of my favorite things to do is to cut the grass, but this grass, you can't cut it. It's not cuttable. Well, I mean, you cut it and it just disappears. Which is kind of a bummer. Easy fixes though. Not even one grain tank of flax this whole field. Surprising. I thought I would have gotten more. Swather's still going. I had to kind of milk his way through the field, but he's still going. Speaking of going, actually, I'm gonna have to go soon too. I've had a lot of fun just kind of taking a quick look at this map, actually doing some farming on it. I love the way the contour of the land is. I think there's some stuff about this map is really beautiful. I like the custom buildings. I think the trees and the forests look great. I think the backdrop mountains are amazing. I don't think anyone has highlighted that, but I think those are great. And I'm sure that took a lot of time to do. I do miss the grass. I think that the grass, like, being mowable everywhere would have been nice. The fact that we don't get it, no big deal. From what I've seen about it's not flat, and it's not worker-friendly fields, as we saw. But it's very American, that's for sure. I like it. I think Lancey did a great job. I'd be honored to help him get it over the line and get it into console players' hands so that Rusty could do a map tour on this map, because I'm sure he'd love to. But unfortunately, my new stream schedule says that's it for tonight. We're going to be doing 2-hour streams, and then there's the hope of actually getting that to be a second stream. So I'm hoping to, once the school season starts, be able to do a second stream during the week. We'll see. But for now, actually, that's going to be it for me too. Thank you for stopping in, Rusty. But that's going to be it for me. I want to say thank you to everyone who's being here. Thank you for dealing with the quick map change at the last minute. And I look forward to finishing off Calmsden with everyone next week. We'll get back to Calmsden and we'll harvest those. Oh, look, there's a collectible. If you need to know what a collectible is, the harvester just ran into it. Finish off Calmsden, those weird striped fields. We haven't gotten a chance to start harvesting those yet, but it's going to be weird and fun. But we'll see everyone next week, next Wednesday for that one. But I want to say thank you for having me here. Thank you for coming along. And thank you for joining in. If you can get this map from someone, check it out. Word around it. Maybe send Lancey a message, tell him how much you love it. Because I'm sure he could use a little more positivity right now. Yeah. That's it for me. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Catch everyone next time. Bye-bye. I'm gonna use this. I think I'm gonna use this last scene as the screenshot. There you go. Thanks for being here, Cobble. I saw you jump in at the last minute. Thank you so much. Night, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.